Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back. You weren't made to live in survival mode. You were made to thrive. Today, we reflect, reset, and rebuild together. Hi, friends. Welcome to day 5 of Breaking Free from Burnout. I'm Teresa, your freedom and recovery coach. And I want to honor you for walking through this series with me. Today is all about talking about what we've learned this week and turning it into a personal burnout prevention plan. That's a mouthful. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need one. Period. One that you will actually follow with grace and not guilt. That's the key here. So let's recap what we've talked about this week. We've talked about why high achievers burn out and the cost of ignoring it. We've talked about recognizing early warning signs and self-destructive patterns. We've talked about setting boundaries and prioritizing rest without guilt. And we've talked about implementing small changes for long-term impact. Which day impacted you the most? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's talk about building your personal burnout prevention plan. I actually just shared on my Instagram page a reel about what I do to try to prevent burnout. And one of the things that I do is I go for a walk, stretch, I move my body in some way every single day. That is a huge part of my burnout prevention plan, but I want you to have your own burnout prevention plan. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Just because it works for people, influencers, this, that, whatever, does not mean that it's going to work for you. So you have to figure out a burnout prevention plan that is going to work for you. Something that you're going to follow and give yourself grace when you don't follow it exactly instead of feeling guilty and beating yourself up. So I want us to think about a few things. What are my 3 biggest burnout warning signs? Is it irritability, fatigue, procrastination? Maybe you get anxious, maybe you get antsy. What are the 3 things that you need to keep an eye out for that are warning signs that you are approaching burnout? The other thing I want you to think about is what are 2 boundaries that you need to strengthen or set right now? This could be like the example that I gave this week with my client, no emails after 6 p.m. It could be protecting your morning time. That's one that I do. I protect my morning time. I wake up at 6. I go for a walk. I don't check my emails on the walk. I don't do work. I don't do recording. All of that is protected time specifically for moving my body. Okay, so another thing that I want you to consider is what are 3 small daily or weekly practices I can implement to refill my cup? For me, it's walking, reading, and making sure that I'm eating properly. For you, it might be journaling, mindful breathing, screen-free time. Whatever it is, I want you to know what those things are, write them down, and make sure that you are implementing them at least once a day, once a week, something, so that you are refilling your cup on a regular basis. Another thing to consider is what support systems do I have and how can I lean into those? So that might look like a therapist, a coach, your friends, a cousin, family, something that you can lean into. I used the example of me having my friend who, if she knows, I know that if I need her to come over and wash my dishes, She will come over and wash my dishes. She has come over and mopped and swept my house because I was so overwhelmed. And she said, well, do you need any help around the house? And I said, my house needs to be mopped and swept. She's like, I'm coming over. And while I did work, she mopped and swept my house. So what support systems do you have that you can lean into and actually use for some support right now? What's one belief that I need to let go of to fully step into my freedom from burnout? So for me, it was if I rest, I'm lazy. But now I need to think of it as rest is productive because it refills my cup and it makes me more effective and efficient in the things that I need to do for the day. So what is one limiting belief that you need to let go of so that you can step fully into your freedom from burnout? Okay, so I want to encourage you to start using freedom statements. These look like you are allowed to live a life where peace is the baseline, not burnout. So that would look like telling yourself, I am allowed to live a life where peace is the baseline, not burnout. I am allowed to be successful and rested. You don't need to wait for permission. You just need a plan and a little support. So that looks like I don't need permission. I just need to make a plan and I need some support. So let's normalize sustainable success. Let's normalize freedom from burnout. Drop a comment with one part of your burnout prevention plan. I'd love to know what you're incorporating, what part of this you're going to take action on. Let's speak it out loud and let's support each other. There's no shame here, no guilt here. Drop it in the comments. Let us know what you are going to take action on so that we can support you. You might find some new friends here. You might find someone who could be your accountability partner. You might find a friend like mine who cleaning is her stress reliever and you need the dishes washed. She might just come over and wash your dishes because she's got stress, you got stress. Let's help each other out. Drop it in the comments. If you found value in this series this week, I would love for you to DM me. If you want more personalized approach to breaking free from burnout, send me a DM. We can schedule a free call. You don't have to walk this road alone. I'd love to help you, and I've got room for you. So reach out. Don't suffer in silence, and don't suffer alone. Excuse me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing grace over grind. This seriously is just the beginning. Next week, we're going to have another live series, so come back. If you missed any part of this series, all of the replays are available in Facebook and on YouTube. I will be sharing a full-length episode with all of this content that ties all 5 days together. So you're not behind. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Until next week, guys, be well, be kind, and may you find some joy this week. Bye.